Good Thursday afternoon, evening to everybody. It is once again time for an About Beverages podcast. I'm Andrew.
I'm Keith.
And no fooling, we got 3 beverages to try this evening. We've got another cocktail. We've got a rye whiskey that we need to be completely honest with everybody.
We've had it.
We've actually both had, but not in this setting.
Not
which we talk about that this
right.
does make a difference.
That's right.
So yeah, but welcome in everybody. Lucky, Slide, Baker. It is good to see you all here this evening. Thank you for being here. Hopefully your Thursday is going well. I stopped you mid-conversation just as we were starting. You were about to tell me something, and I said, well, wait, actually, Lucky's been having issues. He may just want to hear you talk about it because it'll make him feel better. You installed a new router at your house.
Yeah. Well, we hadn't been having issues, but ours was 10 years old.
Oh, okay.
But probably about 5 years ago, I started talking with my brother-in-law about, should I have one on hand just in case? He's like, well, you probably don't want to just have one on hand because the technology will change and blah, blah, blah. So I've held, but it's been 10 years since I replaced it, and it doesn't update like firmware or anything anymore. And I just thought that, so I finally installed it Tuesday when Pocket went out for her dentist appointment.
Pocket had meetings going on.
Yeah,
in the middle
of course.
Things,
Yeah,
and
she would have
you're
loved
pulling
that.
wires and
yeah.
doing
Oh,
everything.
no.
Smart.
Yeah. So
how was the process though?
Overall, it was good. I had to it updated firmware a couple times, and there was but overall, it went smoothly, and it just. I did a test with our old one. I did a internet speed test.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it was like with the old one, it was at like 70, almost 78 download, and I think 19. And then with the new one, I was at almost like 98 and 20 something. But that's about the max of what we can get. But until we actually upgrade our quantum,
which you're talking about doing, so that's kind of why some of this was occurring.
That's a little bit. Yeah,
is that the next step? When is that part of the process?
I think so. I'm not sure. We have to get comfortable with knowing that we won't have the landline anymore.
Oh, okay.
There's still some like automated calls that are not important, but they're good. Like some doctors' offices are still. So I just have to make sure everything's transferred over to one of our cell phones.
Gotcha.
So,
that makes sense.
Yes.
That makes sense. Mine says we'll be here at 11:45 tomorrow. I'll be waiting at my mailbox. Yeah, I bet you'll be like setting up camp tonight. I wouldn't be surprised. Got to get fiber so you can binge 3 shows at once. That's also another option. Exactly. You got to get that fiber speeds going. You were talking about
so far speed's been. I mean, when I do the speed test, it says your internet speed is really fast.
They're just making you feel
you
good.
Can watch
They're like,
blah.
Good speed, little buddy.
You
good
can watch
job.
blah, blah, and blah without any hesitation.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The amount of porn you can download is, it's like, wait a minute.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Hey, shh. Keep it down. All right, let's get the first beverage of the evening out and about. Shockingly, I know to no one probably, it's from Trader Joe's.
Yeah,
hey, they've got good openers. They've got new things. We've got a lot of people that like Trader Joe's, and you're there.
Yeah, we do. We have some Trader Joe fans.
It's a convenience factor, isn't it? Booze time, almost, not quite yet. Crocodile, thank you for hitting the beverage command in chat. Here's the first one right here. This is Trader Joe's Turmeric Twist. Oh, yeah, Turmeric Twist cold pressed juice blend.
Yes.
I have a question to ask you. I don't like you putting you on the spot.
Oh, no.
But I need to know because I didn't look it up.
I need to know.
What is cold pressed? What does that have to do with anything as opposed to like the other one? Is it boiling pressed? Is that a pasteurized thing? Like what does that mean?
I don't know.
I almost asked you a Jason Bateman question where I gave you like 3 options to maybe pick from.
That's all right. I wish you would have given me options because I don't really know. It's a method, but I don't know exactly what. Well, we can look at it. This will be a little boring, but I'll look it up. What is cold pressed?
Probably shake this up a little bit, I guess. $4.99 for 15 fluid ounces.
Without the use of heat.
Turmeric, is that good for your body in some way, for your joints, inflammation?
It is an anti-inflammatory. There are a lot of times people will say instead of taking like an ibuprofen or something, take some turmeric. But I believe you have to take it with pepper. Once again, these statements have not been evaluated by us or the FDA.
Yeah, right.
So, cold pressing is the process of extracting juices and oils from raw material without the use of heat. That's exactly what.
Okay, so it is no heat. And is that does that even count the like friction that could be caused during the pressing process? Like,
or maybe it keeps
keeping those machines. That's what I'm saying. I'm wondering.
Yeah, I know. Like olive oil, a lot of that is cold pressed.
That does make sense. Not a huge fan of large quantities of turmeric, but some people swear by it.
Yeah, there are.
What do you consider a large quantity? Like a spoonful of sugar, like Mary Poppins style, Crocodile, or are we talking like Turmeric by the pound, it's just too much.
It's
too much.
There are people who will do, I think it's called like golden tea. They'll be like a coconut milk and turmeric as like a
I do like
beverage.
coconut
Heat that
milk.
up. So yeah, I actually had an idea for a beverage. I thought,
Go on. This is the place to talk about it.
What if we made coconut water? If we combined Coke and coconut water for extra sugary and hydrating purposes. Coconut water.
I'm dehydrating and hydrating at the same time.
Yes.
So I'm literally right where I started.
Yes.
I haven't gone
I'm
anywhere.
evening out.
Oh, that's funny.
Coconut water.
Is there carrot juice in here?
Oh yeah, that's one of the juices.
Oh, okay.
Look at
I think when I initially looked at when you brought it over and I looked at the ingredients, I think the first thing I saw was just orange juice. So that was what
turmeric,
was in my
orange,
head.
yeah, carrot. What else?
Mix of citric, carroty, and herbaceous notes. Oh wait, that's the tasting notes. Cold pressed. I've been watching a lot of stuff lately.
Apple,
Someone's
I
got
think
one
it
of those
says.
giant like juicers. Like where you,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
I don't know. I was telling someone about this at the party. Oh, and I think it was HJ because they were looking at the one that I use when I make the cocktails. They're like,
Oh, yeah.
I like that. They're like, we need to get one of those, and they were liking that. And I said, yeah. So I saw this other person that because they've started juicing all their own stuff, and they were comparing it price wise to like it's done in a funny way. It wasn't like they were like seriously doing it, but it was like they're like this can of organic pineapple juice costs $12. I just bought $12 worth of pineapples. Let's see how much I get, or whatever, or something like that. And the amount they'd get out of one pineapple was like almost the amount that was in this $12 thing.
Oh,
Using this
okay.
juicer, and this juicer, like I said, it was like, I mean, it was a stainless steel and something else. What's the other kind of metal that usually use like a galvanized? No, not galvanized.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, very sturdy. It's probably about like this tall, like tables here to like here, like pretty tall. And like I said, they were putting it in there, and when they would like the amount of juice they were getting out of like that, I was like, that is great because just like it was probably perfectly. I mean, that's what it's made to do,
Right.
But they also did pomegranate juice, and that was really easy because he bought like I guess you can buy these bags when you're doing that. It almost looks like it's probably like a cheesecloth kind of mesh kind of thing.
Okay.
So stuff like that, you put that in, there, you can still squeeze, get all the juice, but then all the particulate of those kinds of things,
Yeah.
And I was really shocked. I was like, man, that actually looks really neat. Like, I don't know if I
That's
can
your next
convince my
operation.
wife. I don't know if I can convince my wife to have one of those, but he was doing apple juice and orange. And I was like, man, I do love me some juice. Like, I just,
And it would separate then like the skin and the solids or all that? Or?
I mean, all of it just like because of the way it did it and the form, like I never saw anything like fall in. And like, I don't know if then he strained it afterwards. He never really showed anything about that, but it was just like the natural way.
So the pineapple, you probably just had to cut like
Pineapple you cut into wedges. I think maybe that one he used the bag for too. I can't quite recall. Like apples and oranges and other stuff like that. He just literally put them in there and just crushed it down. All of a sudden, just all this juice. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I feel like I'm shorting myself on the lemons when I do those.
not getting all the
But yeah,
juice
that
I
is
could.
strong carrot.
Yeah, carrot.
Maybe a little bit of orange, and then yeah, there's like definitely that. I don't know what turmeric really smells like.
Lemon,
But there's a
apple, ginger, orange carrot.
maybe lemon, and then like again like spices.
Just the carrot, yeah, and the ginger.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Oh wow, I'm getting all the that's very little spicy, little ginger heat at the back.
Yeah, reminds me of
The lemon really kind of comes through. There's definitely a strong citrus in the middle.
It has more of
I don't
the.
know what I was expecting, but I may need another sip to fully decide. Sorry, I cut you off there. I was like that. I was having a lot of wild.
You had a lot of
There was a
psychedelic
lot of wild
experience there.
It was a little bit. I dropped some turmeric and then I did a podcast.
Yeah. That's why you don't want to do a lot of large quantities
That's
of
why
turmeric.
crocodile only does so much. What were you about to say?
No, I was it. Although it goes a little bit more toward pickle. Remember the kombucha that we have.
Oh,
the gratitude or whatever.
Those were good.
That's got the carrot and stuff going on. This doesn't have the dill note to it, but I like
Ideal
that.
for sipping on a run or hike or gym session. Big fans of pairing it with the go sandwich or salad. Or Caesar salad with salmon comes to mind. Do you have a Caesar salad at Trader Joe's?
We do.
Is it a kit or is it already made?
It's like an individual.
Like you just buy it?
Yeah, you can just buy it.
Have you
can
ever
dump
had
it in a big bowl. No, I haven't.
Okay,
Looks good.
I'm a big fan of Caesar salad, so it's got there's high bars.
And we've got
for that.
well, we have. So if you want the one with salmon, that's like an individual, like prepared one.
That sounds
We do
good.
have Caesar salad kits. We have a regular
Okay.
and an organic, and then there's a couple of. There's a Caesar salad with chicken, and then just a regular Caesar as well.
Caesar salad is my go-to. It's probably one of my favorite salads. I know it's very simple and just kind of like, but it's one of those ones that in the simplicity, like I think you can have such like really good bold flavors that when it's done right, it's like amazing. But it's when it's like, this is so simple. How'd you screw this up? Like, it's nowhere near as good as it should be.
Well, and I think like the real,
like an old fashioned,
like the real Caesar salad, it has the anchovies in it, I think, right? I mean, if you really are getting, I think it's been a little bit simplified for like the kits and things like that. But yeah, and it used to be like prepared table side, because it originated didn't it originate in Mexico?
I honestly don't know.
Something like that. Like
not Julius
a restaurant
Caesar?
in Tijuana.
So not Roman times?
No. I think it's south of the border here, I believe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Italian restaurant that we like going to sometimes, when we go there, I always get their Caesar salad because I think it's about the best in town. Like, and then they're always like, "Do you want extra anchovy?" And they always put like actual pieces of anchovy, even though it's mixed in there.
Nice.
So that's good. And the croutons they put on it too. It's like more of like a piece of like a couple little pieces of flat, like very thin, like flatbread. So it's like a really big crouton, but it's so good. The dressing is delicious. Always nervous getting a Caesar salad. I gotta watch my back. Gotta watch my back. Yeah, you never know. Never know. I like it. I can't see calling this refreshing. It's not quite refreshing to me.
No, it's
due
not.
to the heaviness of it, but
I probably would have bought this already, but it's $5. So that's the little bit that,
I mean, it's probably 2 servings. Like, I wouldn't drink this whole thing.
Oh, I could easily drink that.
The split between these two, like when I have that last, I'll be like, okay, I'm good.
Okay.
Like I like it.
Yeah.
And I think it's interesting, but definitely for me would be a time and a place.
Yeah.
So you're saying to mix this with vodka to counteract the inflammatory effects of alcohol. Got it. Perfect. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want, again, I know you're being joking about that, but then I always put to my brain, like, would I put anything? And I don't think I would, because there's just, and not even just vodka. Like I can't even think of anything else. Maybe rum or something like that. Maybe if you went like with a Jamaican, like I could use a little more sweetness in here. Like they mentioned sweet, like out of the gate, sweet, tangy. I get the tangy. I get the citrus is in there is nice.
Yeah, the orange and
the turmeric. Like I said, those spices. It's very well put together. But yeah, I could almost use a little more sweet. So maybe if you went with like a darker, like Jamaican, like if there was like a molasses component, like maybe if I was going to be goofy about it, like these flavors. But yeah, the carrot and the tang really stand out.
I could almost see this as a Bloody Mary variant.
Bloody variant.
Well, yeah, the bloody variant.
Okay, all
the
right,
orangey variant. No, I mean you would have this in the morning and put some, I guess, vodka in it, but then orange juice and vodka. What's that? That's a screwdriver, right?
That's correct.
Yeah,
it's carrot juice and vodka. You're getting screwed.
Gross.
Yeah, yeah, just gross.
Just gross.
Just disgusting.
Just unnecessary.
Yeah, exactly. Because this has, like I said, this, and I think that's why it's not refreshing, is because it's got a little bit of body to it. Like there's a little bit of, I don't know, heft or viscosity to it because of the, like I said, the juices that are in there, which is a good thing. But when I think of refreshing, I think of like, oh yeah, like gulp,
Yeah, gulpability.
Yeah, like cookie dough Gatorade, like Will Ferrell back in SNL days, cookie dough Gatorade. Love hurts. And he's like pouring it like look it up. It's funny. Look up cookie dough Gatorade. It's a very funny video. It's so gross to slowly pour that batter out of the container on his face, starts sweating, and they're just like, oh god. Almost as the bad idea jeans. It's in that same ballpark.
Because I'm wearing them. And I just
oops, I crapped my pants. Is it worse than a tiddly shoe? Oh yeah. Yeah, that is worse than a tiddly shoey, I would say. Yeah, drinking out of a shoe is never a great idea. I don't care how clean the shoe is. That's never going to be my first choice.
Yeah, why would we need? I don't think we need to do that.
No, I don't think. No, that's probably necessary. Maybe some sort of subathon type of thing at some point. We have to drink out of the other
Drinking out
person's
of who drinks out of a shoe?
Well, we always joked like
Honestly.
one of the things would have been emergency, like in some sort of Budweiser, like putting an emergency in like a light beer of some sort of lager or Budweiser.
Because that is something, right?
I just got back. We're doing shoey. See, everyone's all excited now. No, we're not doing any shoeys. Not now.
What is a shoey? Drinking out of a shoe?
Yeah, literally just drinking out of your shoe.
That's called a shoey?
I think so.
Oh.
You probably like kind of shotgunning it too, is my guess. I've never actually done it.
Just pouring a drink in a shoe and drinking it out.
I'll ask Tiddly tomorrow. Yeah, like probably taking off your, like it's probably the grossness of taking off your shoe, pouring it in there, and it's like drinking.
That's gross.
Yeah.
I didn't even need to think about that.
Yeah.
Can you do flip-floppies? No, that wouldn't work.
Just like no alcohol.
Yeah.
You'd have to like curl it just right, like a hot dog almost, and then kind of like kind of shotgun pour it down so it just slides down like into your gullet, I guess.
Sandalies.
Sandalies. There you go. That would be a good option. Chewy or a booty if done with a cowboy boot. Yeah, the cowboy boot thing I've seen too, like where they'll do that. Yeah. I don't know. People do things. Keith, it's a weird world we're living in. I know you're shocked.
They're like, I didn't even pour anything in there. And it's still, that's one sweaty Chewy.
I was watching, God, I can't even believe that actually would tie into something, but it does. I was watching the third episode of Hard Knocks, which I don't watch. I don't care about the Bills for Hard Knocks.
Right.
But the third episode is the episode where they actually had the joint practice with the Bears. So I was like, I'll get to see some of the Bears. So I scrubbed through till I got to the point where they were doing that. And that was fun. But I think it was a Bills player. I think they were talking about how warm it was, like humidity in Chicago at the camp or whatever, or something like that. And he literally took off his shoe and took off his sock because he was like switching out stuff. And he did this and squeezed sweat just dripping out of his sock. And I almost gagged. I'm gagging almost telling the story. I'm telling you.
Yikes.
It was like, it was a yikes for sure. I was like, I don't know how much sweat you'd have to actually sweat that much.
That's a lot of, and
yeah.
that's
And I've worked in some sweaty environments, but like that's bad. But yeah, they were talking. But yeah, he took it and he just like, I was like, oh, like literally, I was like, oh, because then he was putting on a clean band, like switching everything. I was like, Jesus.
But then that worked out well for the Bears over the weekend then.
It did. The Bears looked really good over the weekend. I mean, it's preseason, but that's one of those things where it's like, it's only bad if they had looked bad. Because they looked bad, you're like, oh God, this is preseason. They couldn't do this. It's like, oh, good. They looked how they should. They looked competent. They looked good. They did good.
Yes, it's only preseason, but.
Yeah, exactly.
But I heard, had he not played?
Had
Caleb Williams not played until this weekend?
Yes, this is his first.
Okay.
Yeah, the first, because there's only 3 preseason games now. So
the
first one, he didn't. He was on the sidelines for that. Then this one he played. And then they are going to play a series or 2 against Kansas City because I guess Kansas City is also doing, that's tomorrow. Yeah. They're also playing their starters. So I think they're going to play like a series against the starters as well. Everybody's doing that. So that should be, like I said, I'm sure just everyone keep getting in some boring vanilla play workout because no one's giving anything away. It's not like you're really seeing anything. So,
well, but I was listening to on Dan Patrick earlier in the week. He had on Gerald McCoy, who's a former lineman. I guess he works for NFL Network now.
I know that name.
But he said he was really good actually, and he was talking to, I think Dan Patrick asked him about the Bills and the Bears game, and he's like, yeah, it is a preseason game. He said, nobody wants to go out there and lose. He said, even your second, third, fourth string, they don't want to lose.
Or lose 38
and get shut out. Yeah, he's like, they don't want that. So anyway, I don't know. You get backed up by an initial bad play, so then they drive 93 yards in like 6 or 7 plays and just like mopped them up and down the floor. A couple of those throws were really good. Dude, like they were good looking throws. And what you wanted to see, you saw. Like he threw on time. He threw, like it wasn't one of those things where he got back there and like waited and then threw. Like it was literally he got back to where his drop back was, found his and threw it. And like that was what you did not see from him as much last year. So that's already at least a little bit of an improvement. So. I watched the Quarterback season 2 that just came out on Netflix this year.
Oh yeah,
it's Jared Goff.
I've had people tell me to watch it because of Jared Goff and the Ben Johnson and stuff.
Joe Burrow and Kirk Cousins again.
Oh,
Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
And because Kirk Cousins was on the first season, and it's only 7 episodes, so it just took me like one night and the next morning. So because I hadn't really watched anything football related, even though I know that was last season, but it still kind of got me a little more excited. I like Joe Burrow a lot. He was cool,
he seems like a cool guy.
And then there was a little bit of Ben Johnson wasn't in it a ton, but he was in there a little bit. But I didn't realize that the one play they did against the Bears last year, they kind of focused on that one.
Oh yeah,
the stumble.
Oh yeah, Stumblerooski.
So
that was a nice moment for Bajan today. It was, like I said, I watched some of that. It was actually from yesterday. He signed. Bajan actually signed an extension to stay with the Bears.
They were talking Phil Simms and Mike.
We probably have one of the best quarterback rooms, at least you would assume. But yeah, it was a really nice moment because he signed like a 2-year extension. It's and kind of he got up there and he was doing his press conference for the week, and people were asking about it, and he got pretty emotional about it, saying working where he was, undrafted free agent, and what he's come from and what his dad and mom, like what they all had to go through. And he said where he came from, he's like, this is more money than anybody's ever had from where I came from, just the the thought of that, and I think he has a daughter on the way and all that kind of stuff. So it was really touching. It was kind of the human side of football that you don't see as much, and everyone's always getting big. And this is still obviously a lot of money because I think it's like 10 million and it could be 16 with incentives and things like that, over 2 years. But for somebody, they make a good amount of money. But him signing that was kind of, because I guess he thought about it for a week. They had it on it. Because it was like, he could say no, play through this year, and then he'd be a restricted free agent. Like he could try and go somewhere else or where he'd actually have a chicken. Because obviously, unless Caleb gets hurt or whatever, like he's not going to be the starter, so he knows he's a backup.
Right.
But he said he really loved the coaching staff and everything else. It was really cool.
Yeah, that's what Florio was saying, that they could have done, but the Bears was really cool the way really was. And then, Phil Simms.
And he is a great bet. Like, I think he's definitely someone that if he has to come in, like, I don't feel, I mean, obviously there's a loss of some talent, but I still think he's really good. And I think he's, he even showed the, wherewithal to do that too, like getting the ball out quick and all that stuff, even in previous regimes. So that'll be a good thing. Cousins needs to stay off the show. First season injured, second season benched. Yeah. Third season, he's now coaching. Well, he's actually not a quarterback anymore.
First season he was on, he was
just the Vikings when he got injured?
The Vikings. No, but it wasn't the Achilles one.
Oh.
The Achilles was the year before, would have been 2023. It was 2022 the season that they actually went to the playoffs. And that was the year they beat the Colts in that super duper comeback.
Oh.
But he was like, they focused a lot on his pain, though he wasn't out, but he'd be like, oh God, and I remember Pocket was like, I understand football's a rough game. She's like, but you're a leader. You can't moan that much.
You can't moan.
They're looking to you. Anyway, it's kind of funny. But foosball.
Watched the Kingdom doc that followed the Chiefs last season. Sad ending, but got me ready for foosball. Oh, I've seen clips from that.
Bobby Boucher.
What is that? What is that from? Have you seen? There's like a Chiefs Kingdom documentary.
No.
Have you heard about that at all? Okay.
But of course, Lucky would have.
Of course, Lucky be on
Found
top of
that out
of
in
course.
the corn.
Well, yeah, of course. Found it out in the corn.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
Oh my gosh.
Foosball.
All right, let's. We don't need to actually get up or go anywhere else. I've already got the next beverage here.
Whoa,
we are chatting. I've already
and
got the glasses.
Yeah.
Glasses are there. We've got this. We've got another beverage from Redwood Empire. This is their Emerald Giant Rye Whiskey. This one is not cask strength. It is nothing. Like I said, this is kind of one of their more approachable the proof offerings. I'm not sure how people want to describe it.
Approachable proof. I like it.
Yeah, approachable proof. Which I still wanted to try their other things, but this is something actually, the reason I have this, and you're about to see, fair amount of it has already been gone because I made a lot of cocktails this weekend with this drink.
Open Saturday.
The cocktail we're going to make today, also we're going to put this in. So yeah, I made a lot of different drinks when people were over there. This got used. We wound up tasting it kind of later in the evening. I honestly don't remember what I thought of it, like because someone stole my glass at some point. I'm not sure when that happened.
Did you give
a sip?
That's right. I didn't realize it was. I stole it. I thought I was given.
I was like, here, try it. And all of a sudden, I was like, look, for like 5 minutes, I was like, where did I put my glass? I haven't had that much to drink. Why can't I find it? And I was like, I don't want to ask because that's embarrassing. It's probably right in front of me. So I kept looking, and finally, I was like,
I had it.
Did someone see a glass? And he's like, oh, it's mine. I was like, okay.
I thought you were done with it. You gave it to me.
Typical. This one is 92% rye, 5% malted barley, 3% wheat. Again, everything here, I think, for the most part, is sourced in California. Like grain-wise and everything, they actually do all of the distilling at Redwood Empire. They don't use anybody else's mash bill, at least not anymore. Maybe they did at some point. This is a blend of 4 to 7 year old rye barrels. And where was the proof is what I was looking for. Why did I miss it? I swear it's somewhere. All right, now I got to just look at the bottle. 90 proof. So like I said, again, a little bit on the lower side of what I would normally get. And also for cocktails, usually I like more toward the 100 proof. That is true. It is in the pudding. It is in the pudding. That is very true.
Well done. He's
Lucky's
good.
on it. I know he's farming the mines in Destiny. He's making jokes here on the podcast. We like it. But yeah, I do know it seemed like people liked this. Maybe even a little more than the cask strength, at least at the time. Although we had a little more of the cask strength. You said you liked it better than the first day we had it
more. Yep.
which I definitely recommend. Like I said, if you get something, if you don't like it, right, unless it's absolutely disgusting,
right?
If you kind of like, oh, I'm not sure, oh, it's kind of good, whatever. Definitely like a week later, like let it sit for a little bit, like try it again a week later or over the next couple of days. It definitely does change from when you have initially opened it. With a lot of bourbons like this, or whiskeys of any kind. Like I know this is a rye. But yeah, I do know, like I said, overall, with these first two, it makes me keep wanting to try more of them. Like I said, I know they have a weeded bourbon, I believe, as well. Weeded whiskey, technically, and several other like cask strength things. And they do other like limited offerings, things. But yeah, it's. But yeah, the cocktail we make later, we'll be using this as well, that we have not had.
The cocktail.
Yeah, we have had each. We've
had those components.
After this, we will have had all of the components within, but we have not actually had the cocktail itself. Which the only thing that I was a little nervous of, I'm not a huge fan of the name of it. It's called the Deep South, which that was my least favorite thing, but it like was a good balance of things that I was interested in.
We can call it the Walking Back to Georgia. Oh no,
Walking in Memphis.
Walking in Memphis. There you go. We'll come up with a new name for it.
The middle of a pouring
Just
rain.
call it Deep. Deep Thoughts.
Son of you got Yakima peaches. Damn, I am tonight.
Deep Thoughts with
Jack Handy.
Jack Handy. I don't get it as much, but I do still get like the mint. The mint.
I do get a little bit of that.
Leaf quality. Obviously, we're not talking peppermint candy or something, but the actual.
No, like if you've actually
muddled
had
some leaves or got the oils, mint leaf oil.
I get that. Yeah, I definitely. That's nice when I get that in a rye whiskey. That seems to sometimes be a little bit of a characteristic of that
underlying spicy.
Yeah. I also want to get. I have my eye on a couple more bottles from Westward whiskey as well too. I want to get a couple of those at some point.
Yeah, Westward. They have not disappointed.
They have not. We've had 3 things from them, and every one of those was a banger. I was once accused of stealing someone's glass. I was under the impression it was given to me to finish.
Have we both been accused by the same person? Actually, I didn't. I did take it. I knew I did. I thought it was given to me.
You were in the company of the giver and finisher. And I was in the company of the finisher. I guess that's actually what it would be.
You finish.
Yeah, good. There's a little bit of sweetness in there too. There's like a little kind of more of like a caramel, I would say, than or maybe even a little butterscotchy kind of note. And then that mint is in there.
Yep.
And maybe a little tobacco or wood, like a little bit at the end. There's something else that's a little.
Old wood says it best.
What do I say?
I was thinking about that. How Dad used to do that with well, it's like Andrew always says. Oh, what do I say? I don't know. What do you always say?
I don't know. What do you always say? All right, you ready?
Yep. It'd be funny. Someday we're like, we're all analytical. And then okay. I need the next one now.
Yeah.
I never judge on the first shot.
I never judge on the first sip. And your first sip is like my wife's pour.
I never judge on the first 3 fingers.
I never judge on the first half bottle.
I just like that because there's a lot. To me, there's a lot of harmonious flavor and approachables that might make it seem a little pedestrian. I don't mean that, but it's just it's
because there's some spice in there.
Easy to drink, yet has a complexity and like I said, a harmoniousness of all that we talked about in there.
Yeah. No, I like that. Like I said, there's kind of an overall like little bit of spice on my tongue in general. Like I said, the kind of maybe a little peppery or something like that. So that rye spice is definitely in effect. Yeah. It's actually making my mouth water a little bit too.
Yeah. And they do this in a cask as well. Cask?
I believe they have a cask strength of this as well. Let me.
I wonder if I'd
let me take a look.
Well, yeah, of course I'd want to try it. I don't.
Yeah, they do have a cask strength of this as well. And then that
Giant.
One is. Yeah, it's the exact same thing. 115 proof. So it adds about 25 proof to this.
Okay.
and everything else being exactly the same. We do need to get, like, I should get like the bottle of the regular Redwood Empire, like their. I don't know what the word is for that. Like I keep saying like regular or like like it's not like it's just their base. It's not basic, but it's just like I don't know.
Their flagship.
They're proof down. Yeah, I guess
Flagship bourbon
of just their regular. I keep saying regular bourbon, but like it's not cask strength. Maybe you don't need to say anything. But yeah, I want to get a bottle of the Redwood of the Pipe Dream because that one's this one is similar, like around $35 for the bottle. Kind of want to get that one since we still have the other one and just try those against each other and just for more of the tasting notes part of like, can you actually tell the difference? You know, like is there, I would hope with just the proof a little bit, but is it worth it? Like, is it 80% more price to get the cask strength?
How much is it?
It's not double.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like 63 as opposed to 35. Okay. So it's like an extra, it's close. It's just nice. It's just a good rye whiskey. Like I said, it's not
good price.
Yeah, price is
good by itself. Good, works well in cocktails. It covers all of that. This isn't like I just mix with that, or no, I'd have a sip of that. This could be, if you were planning on having a couple of pours or something, this would be like a good starter, the beginning of that arc. So.
Should we make a whiskey arc shirt, but there's only like 3 things on it? Like it'd be a small, like it's a beer one, it's got 5 or whatever. The whiskey one is
big one.
This is one completely full.
The whiskey arc.
Filled to the brim.
Litha's whiskey arc.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That would be funny.
We could do that. Maybe with 3.
That would be funny.
2, 3. 2 shots. 2 drinks is not an arc make.
You have 3, and then but the third one is like falling over.
That's the glass of water. Actually, there's whiskey, water, whiskey.
Oh, that's not bad.
Do that.
That's actually kind of clever. Yeah, that was what you put in there. What is a cask strength? That means that the same proof that it was when there's sometimes different terms are thrown around, but in general, it's whatever the proof was when it went into the barrel, which is usually always a higher proof.
Right.
So there's sometimes this barrel strength or barrel proof strength. Barrel entry proof is sometimes what it was put in there as. Like they made sure it stayed at that. But cask strength is whatever it came out of the barrel as when they went to bottle. That's what they left it as.
No, they didn't add any water to proof it down.
Exactly.
Or dilute it at all.
Yeah. So like this being 90 proof, and assuming, like I said, since their cask strength of this is 115, they proof down from 115 to 90. You get more bottles at it, you get more yield. I mean, you get a completely different taste profile. Right. You get different flavors. Like I said, more of the delicate notes probably are going to come through. Sometimes a little less
body. Less body because it's been watered down.
I saw you can actually, because I saw a video about proofing down your own if you have high proof whiskeys that you're like, oh, what would it taste like at different proof? Oh, this is like, the Stag is at 132. What would it taste like at 120? Or what would it taste like at whatever? And we did that once. We have, or we've put like just a little capful of water. Yeah. What you actually want to get is you want to get Kentucky like limestone water. So because that's what they use. And there is a minerality to that. And you can order it on Amazon. Like I went and looked because they were talking about it. And I was like, well, what water would you want to use to make this? Because there's a whole chart of like, you can literally do the math on if it's this, here's how much water to add in this much pour, and now you've got it proofed down to that amount. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit different still at the distillery, but anyway. And when I posed the question to the person for the video, I was like, what water are you using, or what can you get? And they're like, oh, if you can get it, get. And I looked up on Amazon, you can get. It's like it's not even very expensive, like $10 or $15 for it. So
for a little vial.
No, it looked like a decent size bottle of it or whatever. I think it was actually maybe even a 2-pack for that price. But yeah, that would be something interesting to do, to like do it, buy something that we like at that higher proof, or that I have on the shelf at that higher proof, and then do it at that one and maybe 2 other levels. Like do one at, 120. Like that would be a fun little tasting thing to do. So
it would be.
Might do that at some point. Yeah. And we're already ready for, like, so we've got one more podcast next week, right?
Correct.
And then after that, we're going to have a little bit of a hiatus because you'll be on your tour with the Rolling Stones, as Lucky said, over in Europe.
I'll be singing Beast of Burden and...
But when you come back, I think that's when we do all my pumpkin beers that I was able to find.
I know you talked about that. Yes.
Do you want to see them right now? Do you want to know what they were?
Yeah, I'll bring them out. I almost was. I was thinking of proposing an Oktoberfest for our opener today. I almost did that, and then I thought
primer, nice.
Oktoberfests are fine. it's a nice little change of pace compared to what beers we normally drink. But then we're saying that you and I aren't drinking a lot of beers right now anyway. So
I might even have an Oktoberfest in here too. So this is Tripping Animals, which we like.
Oh yeah.
This is Pumpkindelic. This is a brown ale brewed with pumpkin and spices. So that meets our requirement
and
there.
A brown ale, so that's good. Okay.
Here was the Avery Brewing the Kaiser. I did get a random. That's not a pumpkin. That's a Oktoberfest.
Oh, okay. Imperial.
This is Evil Twin Brewing out of New York City. This is our most popular pumpkin ale. That's literally what it's called. So I thought that was funny.
Isn't Evil Twin the one that did your favorite sweater? It was a Christmas beer. It was your favorite Christmas sweater.
Oh yeah,
I think okay.
This is also from Tripping Animals. This is Pig Spice Latte Stout.
Pig spice.
Yeah, I don't know why. Stout brewed with pumpkin spice, coffee, and milk sugar.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah. And then the last one is from Fat Orange Cat, which I think we've had a couple things from, or we've at least seen there before. This is Cautionary Tale Pumpkin Ale.
You must have
a tail coming out of the side of the thing there. Ale with pumpkin, vanilla, and spices. So yeah, at least 2 or 3 of these had our usual where we actually like it that they brewed with pumpkin. This one's 8%. So that one's got a little bit of something to it. I don't know if this one's 6.5. ABV, this one is...
I still have the one we like. Did we do it last year
this
or the year
one's
before?
6%.
That we liked.
That one's delicious.
I have one of those. So
and this one's also...
Could bring it back as a returning champ or returning fave.
Yeah, so between 6 and 8%. But yeah, so we're all set up. So I'll get the... This will be a little work. I figure I'll grab the graphics for this while you're gone and just kind of have it ready to go.
And hopefully with the pumpkin background.
Yeah, I've got.
Like that.
I've got that now. If you want it, for no good reason, we could just always be like, "Hey, pumpkins! Oh my god,
it's like that.
We're ready for the holiday." Except for you, you're always like, "I got a squash coming."
Oh yeah, it looks like my.
You mention it every
weird.
year. I'm like, "Well, do you not like this?" No, I like it, but I just got to mention
I'll
it.
Be like this.
Okay, a little more thoughtful.
And on my shoulder. Okay. There we go.
We are ready there. I wasn't almost. It was when I was shopping a little bit for. Like I said before the party, and I was there, and I was gonna get one thing, and then I was getting a gift card, and all of a sudden I was like, when I saw one, I was like, these are probably not going to be here in a month and a half, and I actually want to do this. I'm like, I need to get these now. So I started seeing, I was just buying it, because then when I was checking out, there must have been someone mildly new there because they didn't know how to do a gift card, so then I had to wait in another line and go get another. So anyway, then he was kind of helping show that transaction. After the second or third one, he's like, "Oh, pumpkin beers or whatever." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "My brother and I do a podcast, and I said every year we try and all the new ones that we can find." And I said it started out initially as torture for my brother, but now it's just kind of just like a joke that we find all the new ones we can. But yeah, that one we had last year, that one was really good. I didn't see that one there.
A Pumpalyptica.
That's what it was.
That's it. Okay, I forgot who makes
those
it.
Those were delicious,
but I have one of those.
Okay.
So if we wanted to throw that in if we want to do a couple weeks worth of that, we could.
Bring
that in. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I've got 4 here. Like I said, maybe if something else hits my eye, like I said, maybe that does turn into a couple weeks worth of pumpkin beer goofiness, because we haven't done a full show of that in a while, so that might be nice to kind of bring that back. I think last year maybe we had that one, but
we tried, and then something else came up that we wanted to do more. I don't know,
and then we kind of couldn't find them too.
Yeah,
that,
it was. We got
that definitely happened.
Right. Well, that was the thing. The Oktoberfest beers we got in for I think I told you July 31st. We got our first shipment of Oktoberfest beers. But now, we wanted to feature a couple. We wanted to feature the Paulaner and the Einger.
Oh, yeah.
And I ordered 10 cases of each of those, and they did not ship. So they're already you can't wait. You can't wait for too long.
The only one I see now consistently everywhere right now is the Sam Adams.
Oh, okay.
Sam Adams Oktoberfest seems to be everywhere, which that one was always fun. I have not had that in years. I don't usually get. I usually like more like the Dogfish, like the pumpkin, or in those kind of pumpkin beer things,
We've got Fate's Oktoberfest right now, Pedal House, and Wren House. We've got those. And those ship this week. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Feature those then. Feature Wren out. Feature an actual something better.
Supposedly, I've heard from a couple of my beer knowledgeable beer
aficionados,
that the Einger was particularly good this year.
Oh, okay.
Einger.
I mean, they're always fine.
Yeah.
Evening, you handsome devils. Flogging, how's it going? Good to see you. But yeah, I think that's good. Like I said, especially for that price, I think that's a nice, approachable rye whiskey. Like I said, if you're wanting to get into that, and like I said, approachable enough that we're going to put it into a cocktail.
It's going to approach our cocktail. Yes.
Oh my God, it's going to
hopefully approach your shaker.
Hopefully, be no reproach for it. Shockingly, I used the same picture as last week. This one will be a little bit darker, maybe, but like I said, it's going to be in the same vein. We'll probably use the coupe glasses again because I like excuses to use that.
Excuse for the coupe.
Excuse for the coupe. I'm tired but getting ready to dive back into EFT. Well, that's going to make you sleepy right there. Probably, maybe don't do that. You should just avoid it completely. So beverage we are going to be making, it was put into the chat earlier by Crocodile, but we'll hit it again, is the very last thing there. Deep South cocktail. This is another one since we did the Yakima Valley peach syrup that I had. I went looking on Lieber and Company's website. We've done a couple other recipes that were on there. They have things that are well-known cocktails, and I'm sure they make some of their own creations, so I'm not sure where this one falls into. But this one sounded interesting. I was looking for something with rye whiskey because we had it. So this one has rye whiskey, has mezcal in it, which is kind of interesting. The one we had last week also was a little smoky, but not much. This one's got like a full ounce of mezcal. So this one's...
And it didn't get smoky from the mezcal. It got smoky from the scotch.
That's true. So that was kind of the different, but we've got the Yakima Valley peach, and this one I think has a little bit more of that syrup in it too. So I'm kind of hoping it comes out because the peach is really good, but it's a little on the milder side.
Yes. So
I'm hoping that comes out, like I said, and then some lemon juice as well. But so we will take a little bit of an extended break, get that cocktail done, and then when we come back, we will talk about it and hopefully probably some other things too.
Yeah, there'll be more to talk about.
Sure. It's still booze time. I would say.
That's right. Booze time started a little after 4 local time.
Yeah, we did a little after 4 local time. We just had the Redwood Empire, their Emerald Giant Rye Whiskey, which we liked quite a bit.
Yep, we liked it on Saturday.
Yep,
and we liked it under the analytical microscope of the tasting table.
That's very true.
That's right.
So now we have brought. There are only 2 kinds of booze in here. Only 2 booze, not 3.
Booze.
Yeah, so just 2 booze.
Booze.
This is the Deep South, which is not a huge fan of the name, but this is the Deep South. This has an ounce of mezcal, an ounce of rye whiskey, an ounce of the Yakima Valley peach syrup, and then 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. I almost said lime juice.
Maybe we can call this the Deep Southwest, even though that'd probably have to be prickly pear or something.
But mezcal, though.
Yeah, mezcal. Okay, there we go.
I think it should be called
the Deep
Southwest.
West.
I like it. Let's go with that.
There used to be, citrus. And I guess
booze times 2, exactly. So this actually did turn out just slightly darker than the picture there that AI created a couple weeks ago for the other drink. So I just used the same one because I was lazy. Didn't feel like it going any further. But yeah, I'm excited about this one. We still need to try some other mezcals at some point. Need to get some more in here to try expand the horizons beyond the 2 that we've had.
Well, we had the Dos Hombres.
Yep.
Right? And then the Trader Joe's.
Yep.
Is that it? Okay. We still have the one at work, the Ojo. I thought we had another one for some reason. Ojo del Tigre. We have that one at work. Could try that. If you want another, or if you want to work your way through another bottle of Trader Joe's. I've got that too.
No, I want to try something different.
Okay. Well, that one would be free. But the other one will cost you. Okay.
The other one will cost you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That just smells deliciously.
That just
crushable.
smells really good.
Yeah,
the lemon juice, it's the right amount. I thought the mezcal might be overpowering, being that it was just pretty much an equal part of other things.
Yeah.
But it's blended in there nicely with the lemon juice. There's a little bit of the peach coming through, but it's also kind of a back end player. Yeah. If it's the Deep South, I'm guessing it's a little bitter. No, actually, we were just remarking. Keith came up with a room called the Deep Southwest since we're in Southern Arizona.
It's mezcal.
And since it has mezcal in here too, we're gonna go Deep Southwest with this. But yeah, really good aroma. I like that.
Very good. All the flavor components almost blend together so well. I don't pick up on any of them separately. It's just like one cohesive taste.
I hate it for that to leave my mouth.
Yeah, it's like
That's really good.
I don't really. It's like I get a little of this. I get a little of that. I'm like, nothing really stands out.
I'm getting
so it's like they're almost just so well blended that it's like
it's like a smoked peach sour cocktail with like some of that rye spice still kind of comes through. There's a nice kind of boozy heat like going down. There's the right amount of the sweetness in there too. I like this one much better than the one from last week. Like I like the one last week, but I like this better.
Yeah.
This really hits everything that I like in this style of cocktail. This is really good.
So Saturday I had an Old Pal, I think, right?
Correct.
And you made me. What was the other thing I had? Was it I think it was a smoky sour actually. I think I may have.
Did I make the peach one?
I think you may have made me a smoky sour.
The smoky peach sour.
I don't know. You made me a second.
I do. I'm trying to remember what that one was.
And that might have been it, but yeah,
Well, I know you had the scofflaw. You're the scofflaw, and you're the Old Pal. I don't think I made.
And
you.
Also,
did I make you a scofflaw?
I did not have a
Okay.
scofflaw. Baker and H had the not gimlet.
The French gimlet.
French gimlet. Yes. I didn't have one of those. I think I actually had. I think
she tried that one. Baker tried that one.
I think you made them. You made her.
I did not have enough to make two.
I thought you emptied it. Because I remember H and
I know I
Baker
emptied it.
saying that, and she's like, "Oh, it's good." I remember H saying, "That's good, isn't it?" And Baker was like, "Yeah, it is."
Oh, I think that was the last. That's one. Right. That's right. Baker was the booze hound that night. That was her third.
She's gonna love that. But I think I had a smoky peach.
Okay, I may have done that.
I actually think. And the scary thing about those kinds of drinks like this is, you can be like, okay, I'll have another one of those.
Yeah. Oh, I'll
have another one of those.
If we were not talking right now, this would be gone. Like I am. You would not imagine the willpower that I have to not be just. No, this is delicious. I like this one better than. I don't know how you feel. Like I said, I'm not gonna put words in it. Like I said, I like this one definitely better than the last one and the one from last week. This has a little bit more smoky, but it's really blended in. The peach comes through more, which that was kind of why I was slightly disappointed because that one only did have a half ounce of it. So it was kind of more of a background component where this, I feel, even though it's still not the star, I would say, it's there and blends in nicely with all the things. And I agree with you. Everything is almost so harmonious. It's almost like it is just one delicious thing. But like I said, I definitely, I get
the four became one.
The four did become one. Yeah, exactly. How rude of you, Betty. How rude. How rude. What are these fingertip palpitations? Get out!
Am wounded.
Yeah. Oh, that is.
It's good to heal.
That is really, really good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that is delicious. That is perfect. Like I said, the sweetness is perfect. The tartness in there is perfect. Like, that is fantastic. That goes
fantastic.
That's got to start going on the list. I got to start at least making an Excel sheet of our cocktails.
What was the but you were saying that AI can help us with something, right?
It literally created a program, but I was going to have to
do a lot of
then there was
work.
It gave me all the things to actually here's the code and everything else, but it was no, set up on this website and do this thing. It was then turned into a whole.
I believe I know the code.
Yeah, you know nothing.
You know nothing.
But yeah, like I said, I still would like that. I got to start putting these in there.
What's the point of telling him he knows nothing because we find out later that he actually does? I love that. Yeah. That was a little behind the scenes making of that kind of stuff too.
That's modern romance, isn't it?
Modern romance.
Okay.
Yeah. See two guys editing in the old school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cutting the film and putting this.
And then they needed to do something to look completely wrong, like the guy walked backwards or something.
Well, they were looking for the right footstep sound effect too.
Oh, that's
that's the Incredible Hulk. No, we don't need the Hulk.
We don't need that.
Yeah.
When we go in there and try they were doing the different, the Foley effects or whatever that they call it. That was that is very fun.
Need more lewds.
I'm sorry. I thought you were ready for jogging.
Yeah.
No. He's giving them all his. He's like, well, maybe I could just. I'm sorry. I thought you were serious.
I thought you were serious.
I thought you were serious. Super Dave.
I need more lewds. Petey, Ellen.
That movie doesn't get talked about near enough. Some of the old Albert Brooks movies.
Yeah.
Real People, or no?
I've watched.
No,
yeah, Real People was one.
Real Life? No. not called. Oh, that's Ordinary People, and then Real People. Is it real?
Maybe I don't know. It's Real People or Real Life. It's one. Real
that's
People
Charles
was
Grodin's in that.
Real People was a show with Fran Tarkenton in late 70s.
Okay. I'm trying to remember.
And that's incredible. And Real People were like the same type show. Albert Brooks movies. Just type in real, and that'll give you
Real Life.
Real Life. Okay.
Real Life, then Modern Romance, Lost in America, which is absolutely. If you've not seen Lost in America, and you like kind of like more of those subtler type comedies, like I said, that one absolutely fantastic.
I don't think I ever saw The Muse.
Oh, that's with Sharon Stone. That one's pretty good.
Okay. I saw Mother.
Podcast Day, one of my favorite places to be on a Thursday. Chucky, thank you for saying that. I appreciate it.
One of his favorite. It's all right. It's all right. At least we're one of your favorite places. We don't have to be your
favorite. He has a list of 100
place.
places he likes to be. This is just one of them.
We made the list. That's all.
That's all right. I'm just happy to be in there somewhere.
Yep. Isn't there a movie he's in with Ryan Gosling? That's
that's Drive.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
You need to see that.
Okay.
That's really, he should have been up for an Academy Award for that.
That's on
that was
one
great.
of my streaming services.
There are 99 other places I would rather be. Oh my gosh. So rude. Chucky, it's good to see you. How are you doing? We are having a delicious cocktail right now.
I always think of
fantastic.
I don't know if you've thought this before, but Jared Goff is kind of like poor man's Ryan Gosling.
Oh, Jared Goff. Yeah, I can see that.
Got that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. One's a better football player. One's probably a better actor. It's you. You decide which is
you
which.
figure out.
Yeah. Ryan Gosling has also not taken their team to a Super Bowl, so it's kind of like Defending Your Life is so good. Mother is so good. I mean, that's just.
I think that middle picture is him in This Is 40. He plays, I think, Paul Rudd's dad in that.
Oh yeah, I don't think I've seen that. Is that the one
with?
That's Paul Rudd, and then what's her name?
Paul Rudd, yeah, Leslie Mann.
And they're like married, and they're like kind of having troubles, right? Yeah, no, I've never seen that one.
It's not bad. There's something about
I forgot he was
Albert
in Taxi
Brooks
Driver.
Sometimes it reminds in his later roles like that. It reminded me of Dad for some reason. Something in that specifically that particular role from what I remember, but. The Arkansas of Goslings.
The Arkansas. Yeah, Real Life is good. I don't know if that movie is like great, but it's good.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen
Modern
that.
Romance is great.
He was
Lost
also
America
in
and Defending Your Life are some of my favorites.
News. Wait, what was the one with Holly Hunter and
Broadcast News?
Broadcast News. That's
That was a good movie.
Because you want so much for him to be good at. He's just not. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Spoiler. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Isn't that William Hurt?
Yeah, right.
Because she falls in love with him, but he's kind of like, right? But then he's not a very good news anchor, whereas...
William Hurt's like the talking
head.
head.
On there, dude, he's like sweating.
Oh, yeah, and he's got they tell him to pull his jacket back, so he looks... Yeah, he's...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good movie too.
But yet he's smart enough and should be the guy doing that, whereas William Hurt's just like the good-looking guy. Yeah.
A Most Violent Year. I don't know if I've seen that. And a movie called Concussion. Anyway,
is that those Concussion?
That was the football. I didn't know he was in that. That's interesting. What is The Most Violent Year? Oscar Isaac and Jessica Chastain. Those are actors I like. Albert Brooks.
I don't know who Oscar Isaac is, but
you know who Oscar Isaac is?
I don't think so.
He was in the last Star Wars movie, and he's been in some other. He's been in a lot of he's been in the first Dune movie. Spoilers.
Not
the second one.
He's not in the second.
He didn't make it to the second one. He barely made it in the first one. Oh no! Spoilers!
Oh my!
You should see those Dune. Have you seen the Dune movies?
No,
they're good.
Timothy Chalamet.
HBO Max. You've gotten your Max subscription yet?
We do have that now.
Did you get it?
Well, we've been gifted.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Access.
So did you watch it yet?
Not yet.
Oh
no,
my God.
I'm ready, but.
Oh my God.
I have to find the right time.
Tonight, as soon as we're done with this, then you can text me when you
No, I would like to.
Watch the first
Definitely
half.
want to watch it.
Yeah, it's very, very good. But yeah, like I said, that's another thing you could watch on there. Like I said, I'm pretty sure. I think the Dune movies are on there. I believe that's where they went.
Dune. Yeah. Oh yeah, because I don't know, because Pocket watched. I think she told Sinners.
Oh yeah, was that on Max?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah. Did you watch it? Well, you didn't watch it.
No, I was not. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to or not, but
it's real good.
Would.
It's really good.
Yeah. I'm just gearing myself up for weapons.
I know.
Weapons.
Yeah, that should be good. I've heard good things from multiple people about that movie, so we will have to see. Yeah, this is good. So some of the other cocktails I looked at, which we could even do if you wanted to, but like I said, when I was looking through the same for the Yakima Valley, the peach,
the far north.
There's one. Yeah, the deep south and the far north.
The Grand Canyon.
There was a peach Negroni. Oh. So Yakima Valley peach syrup, London dry gin, dry vermouth, and Campari. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Okay. So that was one we could try next week if we wanted. Like I said, looking ahead to then. Although we are also going to, I mean, not that it would be that bad. Like I said, we were going to try the margarita mix, I guess, next week. Like
if we want, I had just thrown that out if we wanted to just have that as a starter just to try it. Oh yeah, this would be good. I mean, well, it won't be. It'll only be the 28th. So I don't know if we want to be. Will we wind up having two? No, because we've still got over a month of pumpkin time. So
yeah, I figured we would just do that the first one where you got back. So late September, middle late September or whatever. I think that's totally fine.
Do you remember?
It feels better to have them then than anywhere else.
Then in August. Yes.
Smoke show. What was this one? Bourbon, peated scotch, honey syrup, lemon, and the peach syrup. But that one was kind of almost a little too similar to the one we did today, a little bit. What else was there? There was something.
Smoke show.
Bookmarked a few of them as I was going through there. But yeah, I think that peach Negroni I thought kind of sounded interesting. It was definitely different too. Oh, this one's funny too.
Now I wonder how the
Ginny from the block.
I'm just Ginny from the block.
Gin, elderflower liqueur, which I need to get more of now, lemon juice, and then the peach syrup. Which that could be interesting because, like I said, the elderflower liqueur is always good. It's got that nice herbaceousness to it and everything else. So, but yeah,
Ginny from the block. Right? No, that's different.
Yeah, no.
You have elderflower?
That is the same.
Oh, a Saint-Germain and elderflower are the same.
It's an elderflower liqueur. Yes.
Okay. Very good.
I'm sure you could have other elderflower liqueurs that are not Saint-Germain.
But
that's the one most people want or think of, which I need to get another bottle of. So
okay. I'm just Ginny from the block.
But yeah, so there's a couple cocktails, like I said, specifically, I think that Negroni one might be interesting. Peach lends the perfect touch to this tasty riff on the beloved classic.
I'm interested to see, because to me, I would think that that's not going to.
Well, you can see what they've done there, because usually when you think of Negroni, it's equal parts.
Okay, they've backed off the Campari.
Backed off the vermouth and the Campari.
All right.
And obviously the Pronto in general is a little bit less on that too. So, and it's 3/4 of an ounce.
Oh, and they've got dry vermouth instead of sweet. Usually a Campari is sweet vermouth.
Negroni, you mean?
Yeah, usually a Negroni is got the sweet vermouth.
Oops, that's spelled incorrect. Yeah. Yeah, so that
would even so that would allow.
Yeah.
Okay, you wouldn't be fighting against that quite as much. Okay.
Yeah, so that might be something different and unique. That's almost like a peach martini at that point. Dry vermouth, gin.
Oh, that's true. A splash of.
It's like a peach gimlet. It's more of a peach gimlet.
Ooh. We're creating drinks right now.
We've created things. And then they had a burly gentleman, and they called it a night.
Oh, that's right. The burly gentleman. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's quite good.
That's really tasty.
Could put that in a blender and some ice and
a
little slushy out of that.
Wow.
But that'd probably be a waste of your delicious ingredients in there to
water
it down with ice.
The cold factor would probably take away some of the other flavors, like I said. But
that's good.
Again, I totally thought even though I was going to do it the way it said, I was like, I wonder if that mezcal is going to come through like a little bit too much. Like it's obviously a major part of it, but I don't think it's not over the top. It's not overly smoky. It blends in there like really nice, and just everything else just comes through and is just very cohesive.
I would have been okay with a touch more smoke actually with that.
Really?
Yeah, I would have, because like I said, once again, everything to me was so wonderfully well blended. I wouldn't have minded an accent of something. To me, there's like no. It's like all just one. delicious taste, which is a great thing.
I would like something not delicious in
I
there.
would like maybe something to stand out a little bit more.
I wouldn't add more mezcal, but I could see then if you wanted that and that kind of essence, then you could actually do the smoked cocktail.
Aha. There we go.
That would kind of be maybe my thing, where you could get a little bit more of the aroma. A little bit of that does actually go in the flavor when we've tested that, like, but not too much. But like, yeah, I think it's blended well.
On to the bonus round.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Mezcal is just weird to me. Like, I love smoky in foods, but not drinks.
Okay.
That's totally understandable. Like I said, my wife, like when I made that one last week that had the peated scotch in it, for that added a little bit of a smoky component. She was like, because she, like I said, not a huge fan of scotch. When I made it without that, she really liked it. But had a smoked old fashioned one time, and I thought, man, this tastes like an old fashioned. Got a match put out in it, and that's totally fair. Like I said,
it could happen.
This version is definitely, like I said, I think much more muted than that. I like a smoked old fashioned though, so you still may not like this per se, but I think the mezcal blends in very nicely with, like I said, I'm getting a lot of the sweet, I'm getting a lot of the sour. And again, that peach syrup kind of comes through nice, and the rye whiskey, and then the smoke component is definitely present, but I don't think it's like over the top. But I totally get that.
Well, and surprised the mezcal that you picked, the Trader Joe's mezcal, actually is a more smokier one of the few the two that we've tried.
Say of the two that we've tried,
the two,
yeah,
has that more smoky.
I would agree
component to it. So yeah.
Smoked cheese, love it, but with meats, give me all this. Yeah, and I totally understand. Like I said, it's different. Like I said, and it's still, this still might not be something that you would like. And I don't
like to drink my smoke.
Yeah, I don't sip like a lot of mezcal. I would like to try some more because I feel there's a lot more out there. And every time when we've mentioned the couple that we've had, they're like, "Oh no, you should try it." Like,
Do you still have the Dos Hombres?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I still have that one. I still have that one, and then I also have the one because it was given to me as a gift. I have which I haven't opened yet. The one from George Clooney. He has because he has all the tequilas, which however you feel about those, because they've got additives and things in those. But the mezcal, like I said, as we've kind of learned, it's like can't do that at all. Like, so the mezcal should be fairly pure, but I have not tried it yet. But they also had what is that? Is that Dos Amigos? Casamigos. Yep. That's it. Yep. I have their mezcal, which we have not tried yet. Okay. That would be one we could try at some point. But yeah, the other ones, I used them in cocktails. Like I said, they were good. Like I said, I enjoyed them. Like I said, I didn't pick up on some of the things that people have talked about in there for like, the additives and other things, but I just know that they are. And for the price, I know there are a lot of other tequilas that I like better in general, right. But it was still, like I said, I was surprised because I thought, oh, this is going to be when, like I said, because I had a couple different ones. Like I was surprised when opening those and trying them. I thought it was going to be like, oh, this is going to be like super sweet. It's going to be over the top because I've heard about, and I was like, oh, that's not. Like there definitely was an essence of that, and maybe because I was looking for it. But when I had them, I was like, okay, this is, I think people are probably being a little too weird about that whole situation. But it's like, again, I would also still not pick those over some other stuff that I have because I like that vegetal agave flavor. Oh yeah, which I think a lot of people, sometimes don't like. So maybe just because they've gotten used to that type of flavor. But yeah, those are definitely good. But yeah, the mezcal. I think it was you and I thought we had looked that up. Or we had talked about it, or maybe I had talked about that with Jay or something at some point where it was like, well, whereas tequila allows for this 1%, and that's where you can get those artificial colors and flavors in there, even if it says 100% agave or whatever else, that still kind of can be a misnomer. But with mezcals, it's like literally like almost like against the law or something like that.
You will be shot.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah.
You'll be thrown into one of the pits. And turned into a mezcal yourself.
George Clooney and whoever else is involved with that are just like up against the wall, and there's trouble. Right here in River City. Yeah. But yeah. So like I said, at some point we can definitely try one of those. But yeah, no, I think that's really good. This guy put red 40 in his mezcal off. Off on his head. Yeah, it is funny. Like I've always found that weird, even with wines too. Like the whole thing about like, oh, this is an Zinfandel. Oh, great. Well, it's 80% Zinfandel, and
20%
because it's what it can up to 25% can be other things, and you can still call like that.
At least in the United States,
weird.
I think. Yeah,
that's just very strange. Yeah. Like that's not.
I would call it a Zinfandel based blend.
Yes, that's I would, very much so. Yeah, and people just don't know that. And again, it's not like they're making it's not like they're trying to cheat what the wine is. They're trying to make it probably even taste more what is expected of a Zinfandel. They're trying to blend that together, and so that's why they're using maybe a grape, give them some leeway,
maybe to give it more color, a grape to give it more body, a grape to give it. They're doing something to just bring that, but that's fine. Then just call it a.
Yeah, I mean, because it's funny because, like I said,
We aspire to Zinfandel.
Yeah, and not to go off on a complete rant, but like I said, obviously when we worked in the coffee industry, as long as we did, if there was anything else in there, we wouldn't call it that single origin varietal anymore.
Well, at one time we did. But... No, I'm just kidding. Because Guat was everything, and everything was Guat.
Well, yeah, so that's not against what I just said. Then we wouldn't call it Guatemalan, and we had Sadamo in there too. That's the point I'm making.
Oh, yes. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. All right.
You can say that's, part of other blends and things like that. But no, like I said, if we were saying it's a single origin of that thing,
yes,
we wouldn't put in something else to make
correct.
it. Correct.
Single origin. Yes.
Yeah. If we were talking a single origin variety, and like I said, and as crops change and everything else, and you would love to do that, like, oh, we really should add a little Sumatra to add a little more body to this thing to adjust it, to change it. We wouldn't do that. And it was always like you had to deal with complaints. You had to deal with, questions about it. Like, oh, I bought this 6 months ago and now this one doesn't say. It's like, well, crops are different. Like it's like we're working with a
Mother Nature,
a natural product, and Mother Nature, like it's
hotter
better
this year.
Yeah, and that's how it is with
rain.
wines though too.
Yeah.
Like with a lot of people, it's like, oh, that's why this bottle is better than this one. But like I said, it's just so weird when you get added something and still put that on there. And it's the same thing with tequila where you can say, oh, it's 100% agave.
But
1% is something. It's like, well, that's not 100% then. It's 99%.
I guess
and it's 1% of something else.
The plant material is 100% agave.
I guess that would be
the product.
That's the marketing in their heads. That's how they get around with it and sleep at night. Speaking of wine, the blackberry. Ooh, that's right. Chucky was actually doing his own homemade mead, which sounds very interesting.
Oh,
I feel we should do that like as a project at some point. Because it's
some
fairly
of Chucky's homemade
Have
mead?
some of Chucky's mead. No, like I said, he's going to send that to us.
Okay.
No, actually make our own at some point. 'Cause it's really fairly easy. It's water and honey and then whatever fruit you might want to put in there. And like I have the container and you just kind of do the yeast and have it bubble and do the whole, like it's really not that bad of a project overall, but I think that would be neat. But yeah, like I said, Chucky's been working on that. What is the first batch again? So it's blackberry. Is there anything else in there? Are you going to do something else to it? I forgot if maybe you were going to like try aging it or putting in some because you could put in oak chips. You could do others. Like you could just blackberry. Okay.
Aged in styrofoam kegs.
Exactly.
Von Kruger's blackberry mead.
Von Kruger's blackberry mead. Okay. Now we're talking. The mead aged in styrofoam kegs. Exactly. 100%. All right. Let's wrap things up. Let's go find someone to go say hi to. Pick the blackberries. My parents keep bees and produce that.
Wow. Okay.
Chucky's table to the glass.
That is farm to.
That is farm to table right there. That's about as good as you can get. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing, wonderful, fantastic. Where should we go? Should we go to this?
Anybody fun doing anything?
Let's see anybody doing something interesting. I don't see anybody any kind of charity things or anything else. Yeah, maybe let's go say hi to our friend Dan Finity again. Always a good option. Probably just chatting right now. Might play some Destiny in a little bit. So yeah, let's go say hi to him. But yeah, we'll be back again once more next week before a little bit of a hiatus. Maybe another cocktail.
August.
We've got a margarita that's the mix itself, I guess. Like I said,
it's a new margarita mix at Trader Joe's. Yeah.
So we'll try that, and like I said, maybe mix that up a margarita as well, and then maybe try one more of these like peach type cocktails or something like that, since we got that going on. And then when we return, it will be pumpkin beer season. We've already got a decent amount of pumpkin beers, so there might be even a couple shows of that if I wind up finding more. Okay. So yeah, we've got a couple shows planned out, so that should be fun and good times. And next week maybe we'll be able to talk about weapons. We'll be able to talk about that new movie that is Sleeping in the Nation.
Yeah.
I hear the kids love it. They're running out of the house for it. It's that good. That's what I have heard from everybody. All right, let's go say hi to Mr. Dan Finity. I will be back on tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Pacific, 11:30 Eastern. You will be back next week.
A week from today.
3:30 Pacific, 6:30 Eastern. Thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate it. Good night, everybody.
Good night.